Hi and welcome back to our second instalment of our SolidCAM Getting Started series. In this episode we'll go through how to make a toolpath for the first time as well as adding a tool. As you can see from the previous episode we had two operations already done, a face mill and a pocket. We're going to delete these obviously because we're going to start again from scratch, and that can be done by a right click and delete. So to start a new toolpath we can go to the SolidCAM Operations toolbar, to 2.5D and to face. In here this will give us the pop-up for face milling, and you can see in SolidCAM we can automatically pick a stock boundary to go and grab the geometry that we need to machine. We can also go and assign a tool. If I click select on here, this will show us how we can make our first tool. Obviously because we deleted the two operations previously we had two face mill and an end mill in there already, but we can add another one, and obviously we can add different cutting conditions and sizes to that if we need. For now I'll leave it as a 40mm face mill, but we could go in and change the diameter just by typing something different, and if you need it to be an inch you can right click and swap to inch if that's need be. You can also add adapters and holders if that's something you want to add in, and we can change the feeding speeds to what suits your cutting parameters. So once we've got this we can see tool number 3 is what we want. I can double click on that and you can see that brings us exactly what we need here. We can also go and modify on an operation basis the data, and we can change what coolant parameters we may need as well. Finally, moving from there we can see SolidCAM has automatically picked the top of the stock has been the 0 position and the target to be 2mm deep because we picked the face earlier. We can also go and change the technology that we want to use. We could use a hatch, we could use a contour. If I click contour and go save and calculate, we can see here we can get our first toolpath. We can go and simulate that really easy by clicking the simulate button, and we can overlap that on top of the model. So we can see if I press play here, we can see that cuts through really nice and quickly. But we may not want to do that. We can go in and use the hatch instead potentially, and I may want to use a rolling approach. If I go save and calculate on this, we can see this gives us a different strategy to what we may be used to. The first cut rolling in and then going on thereafter. We could also go and say one direction because my tool may only be able to climb them. You can see that it would roll in every time. Again, we could simulate this and see what the difference in toolpath would be, and you can see there the tool rolls in each time on each face mill path and then retracts at rapid over the top of the job to get back to the original position. So whichever way you want to tackle this job, really easy with SolidCAM, and just using that calculate button and then simulate shows you what you need to do. To finish off a job and to get the code for the machine is simply just click G-code. Now G-code can be done for the entire job, or it can be done just for one operation. You can see in mine that I'm using our training post processor, so it gave us a nice message there to say please check the information before you run it on the machine. I hope this has been informative for you again, and hopefully stay tuned for episode 3 in our Getting Started series with SolidCAM.